All right, let's try to pin this back up and put it away. And we'll try something else. All right, well, we didn't get that far, but I'm going to try another blade swap, see if it'll work out with that. That don't work, oh well. I'll just keep trying until we have a success. All right, well, this is basically me trying to learn how to use that screwdriver and apparently a failed attempt to. So what I want to do is try to pull that blade off, put it onto that one, and then do that one. So we're going to take a different approach this time. Not going to use the power drill because it's going to screw up the blades. I mean, not the blades. I'm tired. Y'all forgive me. It's going to screw up the, trying to pull the guard off. So let me try it again. Let's hope it's more user-friendly on this one, which I'm almost certain it's not. I'm not terribly surprised. Not even the set screws or the screws that are supposed to be designed to pull out, eating out screws wasn't even able to do it. So let's see. Okay, those screws are reds in there, so we're not getting anywhere. And I don't want to use any of the power drills because it's going to damage the fan, but I got to have a way to get into it. Even though I got these fans way back in 2014, I guess the Chinese buttholes were screwing it up then. Oh, you won't budge. Oh, interesting. This one want to come out. All right, so far so good. It's interesting how all the other ones are coming out. I can't get the top one to come out. I don't understand that. me try to use a flathead, see if that'll do it.
Americans waste $21 billion by overpaying on car insurance. That's why I went to thezebra.com. Because while every company claims to save you money on car insurance, the Zebra shows you who actually can. Compare car insurance for free at thezebra.com today. It's time for Sleep Number's January sale on the Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed. Can I help with snoring?
I've never heard snoring.
Exactly. No problem. And done. And now save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed. Now $17.99. Only for limited time. President Lincoln's struggle to abolish slavery reminds us that enduring progress is forged in a cauldron of both principle and compromise. Lincoln himself understood the Declaration of Independence in such terms as a promise that in due time the weights will be lifted from the shoulders of all men.
Okay, see what the problem is. The screw is ate out. It's damaged. So I don't know if that came from a long time ago when I tried to pull it off, or if it already came like that. So let me try one of the set screws supposed to be pulling it out. Amazing how that worked. Every fan I want to work on, it's going to give me problems because, well, obviously it's made in stinking China. That's no surprise there.
President of the European Commission, just a short time ago, said, quote, once again, after 4 long years, Europe has a friend in the White House. Anthony Blinken, hired today to be the Secretary of State, had this to say about rebuilding those relationships worldwide. American leadership still matters. The reality is the world simply does not organize itself. When we're not engaged, when we're not leading, then one of two things is likely to happen. Either some other country tries to take our place, but not in a way that's likely to advance our interests and values, or maybe just as bad, no one does, and then you have chaos. Joining me now, CNN's chief international correspondent, Percy Ward, and columnist and editorial board member for Bloomberg, Bobby Ghosh. Thanks so much to have you both on. We're really eager to get a sense of how the world is seeing this. Bobby, I want to try to begin with you because, you know, you hear Anthony Blinken there commit to restoring diplomacy, alliances, you know, so many things that Donald Trump undermined via words and actions. I just wonder how much is recoverable, though, right? Because is the message to the world that these positions are now part of a political cycle here in the U.S.? You know, under one party it goes one way, and the next it might go another way, as opposed to kind of bedrock bipartisan principles.
Yeah, that's up to Biden and his team to establish or reestablish those principles.
Let's go. Well, looks like I'm having trouble finding the right one for the screw. Either that or it just don't want to budge. So it looks like I'm gonna have to pin it back up, and because we're not getting nowhere with this either. So, and if I use that new drill, it's gonna just make the screw even worse because it's already ate out.
It's a palpable sense of relief that the international world order has survived just about the last 4 years. But there's also a sense that there's huge work to be done going forward, and that President Biden will need to demonstrate that America can still fulfill the role that it traditionally has, certainly over the last few decades, which really underpins the kind of world order and global stability. And you heard from Lindsay
One last final option, and then I gotta pin this back up. Wow, we're not getting nowhere with these screw fans.
You know, I just wanted to show you a few of the headlines that we're seeing here in the UK that I think illustrate that mood, the kind of beleaguered approach that people are feeling. If you look at London's Metro newspaper, the headline there, "At last it's the back of Donald Trump." The Daily Star, which is sort of, you know, one of these tabloids, more colorful, says, "Well, that feels a weird dream," depicting President Trump in a straitjacket there. And then the Independent, she says, "Peace is palpable here in Europe." That is not a sentiment shared across the world, but there is a very real sense now that the hard work begins.
Yeah. You know, Bobby, the relationship with U.S. allies, but right, or at least dramatically. For instance, the U.S. relationship with China, Biden administration not signaling it's suddenly going to get all warm and fuzzy with China, right? You know, the U.S. is not going to significantly, if at all, increase its military presence in the Middle East, right? I mean, that's another bipartisan position. Big exchange.
Well, there'll be a big change in tone, of course, but hopefully there will be applied mind behind policies with China, with Russia, with other countries that are hostile towards the U.S., towards Western order in general, with the Trump administration, even when there has been confrontation with China or Russia, it has been very static. There's always been a sense that Trump makes things up as he goes along. And he wakes up in the morning and he clicks to Twitter and he comes up with policies without thinking them through. So yes, even if Biden maintains the pressure on China as I think he will, or pressure on Russia, pressure on
Though nothing seemed to be working, so oh well. Just all of these failed success videos.
policy thinking and some predictability and be able to communicate why he's doing this in a way that the rest of the world understands.
And it's not just an impression he makes up as goes on. I've spoken with several people in his administration who said that's exactly how it works. The leaders of Russia and the U.S. deal with each other. Trump cozy up to him, Biden will not.
Okay, I'm not gonna waste any more of you guys' time with this. I'm just gonna fasten this fan back up off camera. And we'll try to move on to something else. Thanks for watching. All right. Well, I can't deal with my high velocity fans because my screwdriver that I have right now, my drill bit, or the drill, it's not properly set up right now to deal with all the high velocity fans right now until I can get some of the longer screws like what I showed you earlier. So once I get those longer screw bits for the screwdriver, I should have a more, at least pull off the guards. I'm not so sure about taking the blades off of them because, again, it's so tight, it's so jammed and wedged in there. I don't care how powerful you have a drill. It's not about to screw that out of there. So there's no hope there, which is really unfortunate. So I just want to leave all the high velocity fans alone for a while. I mean, if I got to clean them, I could take off the front covers and just clean the blades that are already on the motor. I can't like take them off or do blade swaps because them stupid set screws are jammed in there from them Chinese idiots, those buttholes. But what else is new? That's how they make fans. That's how they make it with the intentions of you not being able to service it, so they're not user friendly. Sometimes the screws are faulty. I got some of them where the screws are faulty. Well, that's unfortunate. So I got a handful of DC fans you see right here before you, and they're going to be clean. I'll do one at a time. At least I'm going to try to do all of them. I got 4 of them I want to work on. You can see the BE1, which is a rebranded Polar, is very dirty. The Polar is dirty. This one's got a whole lot of hours. Look at that. Look at the blade on that. That's crazy. Look at all that dirt. Whole lot of hours. I used to use that thing like crazy. That's why it's so dirty. This one's the same way. A lot of dirt on the blades because I used it a lot. This one, it's got some hours on it. The blades are not all that bad, but it does have some dirt, so it's going to get clean. And then this one right here, after I found out it could work when I was using it before, even when it was acting up, does have some hours on the blades. Okay, so we're going to do one of these fans. We're going to do one at a time. We'll start with the easiest. This is the easiest right here. These right here, this one, and the other one requires the screws. I'm just going to use the regular standard screwdriver. I'm not going to touch my drill right now because I told you it's not set up for that. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start off with the blue one first. I'll move all these out of the way and we'll start with that. That's going to be in a separate video. This video was just to kind of explain to you about the high velocity fans, the drill bit again, and what I'm going to be doing with these. So this is not a part 1 going into a part 2. This is just an explaining video. So I'm going to stop it here, and then we're going to get right into the blue one. About the fan man. Earlier, and I showed y'all the video where I was able to pull the screw from the bottom of the V-air and the new air right behind me. The screw that goes into the guard. I think it's right here. Yeah. This right here. This screw right here. Yep. That's the one I got it out of. No problem. Now I want to see if I'm able to pull the blade off. I'm guessing it's user-friendly. I hope the blade is that user-friendly. Just like the screw was. So I'm going to take the guard off. And let's see what happens with the blade. The moment that I see trouble, I'm going to stop. Because I don't want to mess up the set screw. Okay? And then if that's the case, I won't finish up this video. I'll just fasten the guard back up and end the video just like that and move on. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. I don't have much time tonight. So let's go ahead and get to it, and here we go. I'll try to stand to the side so you can see me do what I gotta do. Well, so far one clamp came up. Looks like they got the clamps jammed on there, so let me get a screwdriver to unpin those clamps. Same thing I had to do with my comfort zone. Okay, well, I thought I had a Phillips, but I don't. That's what I mean by I have to get an entire toolkit. There we go. It's coming apart. Wow, got it on here tight. It's on here real tight. Okay, see what we got. Pull the guard off. Oh, not yet. There we go. Okay. I tell you right now, this blade don't have much pitch, which is really unfortunate. No wonder the fan is so narrow as far as how the width is or whatever, like how, and it's real close to the shaft. So, I ought to tell you something. The same thing with the new air because it's the same blade variant. But I will say this, it does move a lot of air, so I will give it that. The blade is a little dirty. When I first got it, I did use it a lot, just like I did the new air. So let's see what we can do about the blade here. Now, the moment I experience trouble or it starts spinning around inside this tool and it won't screw it out, I'm going to stop immediately because I don't want to mess it up. Now, what I'm trying to do is if I can get it off, I want to put this in my Air King box fan and see how that blade operates. I think this motor is way under an amp anyway, so. Wow. Yep. That definitely didn't go well at all. Actually unscrewed itself. So I can see right now that's not going to happen. I don't want to mess it up. So I have it set to 1. All right, we're not getting nowhere. So it's like I told you. I knew that was going to happen because, see, what happens is with a lot of these Chinese butthole fans, the manufacturer don't have any intentions on making it easy for any of us to be able to pull the set screw out of the blade so we can pull it off of the fan. So I would just have to kind of wipe behind the back of it in the front of it, kind of like that, and maybe blow out the back or something like that to clean it up. But it's definitely not coming off, and I don't want to mess up the screw bit, the teeth, because it already kind of feels like that a little bit. It's already feeling rough right there because it's been spinning around inside. So I told you if I run into any kind of problems, I would just stop it. Yeah, two of the teeth are there. Two of the teeth are kind of worn just from that, but it's not too bad. If I had the right set screw for, not set screw, the right tool bit for it that'll actually fit in there and grab it, then it can screw it out. But the problem with that is, even if that's the case, because it's wedged in there, like wedged, like jam, like really, really tight to the point, I don't care what you put in there, it's not going to come out. That's how it is. All it's going to do is just damage up the teeth. Once that happens, you'll never be able to pull the blade off at all. Yeah, that's kind of worn out a little bit. But these two are right there, so if you had the right tool, and if it was user-friendly, which it clearly isn't, because if it was user-friendly, it would have came right out with no problem. But apparently it's not. Now, obviously they didn't have that in mind when it came to the blade, but that little set screw that was in the guard here, that helps keep it pinned up, or is just a hindrance, that came out easily with the screwdriver. That was no problem. That was user-friendly. So let me go ahead and pin this back up, and that's it. I'm not going to even try that on my new Air because it's the exact same fan variant. So we're going to move on. I got a couple of other fan cleans to do, and that's going to be the end of that. This is not no failed attempt or anything like that. It was just I wanted to see if it was user-friendly past the little screw coming out of that, and sure enough, it wasn't. So I'm just going to put it back up. There's nothing wrong with the fan. Everything still works. Like I said before, the teeth are okay. It's not that worn out. But it's not coming out anyway, so, I mean, it's really irrelevant. But it's still good. Still spins okay. Everything's all good. Chinese buckles don't have no intention of us pulling the fan off unless you really have enough torque, enough power to drill that completely out of there with it being wedged and jammed. I just don't have that. This thing is powerful, but if this is not budging, it's irrelevant. So let me put the cover back on, and then we're going to move on. The fan's fine. I don't need to test it. So like I said, I'll just clean it up like that because I'm going to try to use it in the summer. I'll just have to clean it up like that. You can see it's dirty already. You can see the blade's getting dirty already. So anyways, let me put this back on, and that'll be that. I'm not going to do that with the new Air because it's the exact same fan. Oh, there it is. Okay. I think that's the hole right there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's always the case. Right there. All right. Well, the reason why it was a bit of a struggle to get the cage back on, even though it has clamps, that's not really the reason why I couldn't get it back on, because I was trying to line up that screw down, that screw hole. I was trying to line that up correctly. So that's what it was, trying to get it in alignment and to line it up correctly. All right, so that's it for this one. I do hope you enjoyed the video. Unfortunately, I knew I wasn't going to get far because the Chinese buttholes never make set screws in these metal fans easy on any of us. I don't care if you have an electric drill or if you have a rechargeable drill. It has the exact same type of horsepower. If that screw is wedged or jammed in your real tight, I don't care what you use. It ain't coming out. So that's it. I'm out the fan, man. Thanks for watching and out.